There is a moment we all face, often more than once, where the noise fades, the applause is gone, the excitement that once pushed us forward feels distant, and what's left is a quiet question sitting heavy in your chest. Do I keep going even now? Not when it's fun, not when people are watching, not when results come quickly, but now, when it's hard, when you're tired, when progress feels invisible. That moment is not a setback, it's an invitation, because success, real success, is rarely built in moments of excitement. It is shaped in the quiet hours when motivation steps aside and discipline takes the lead. And if you listen closely, those moments are not asking you to be louder, tougher, or more impressive. They're asking you to be steady. You don't overcome hard challenges by forcing yourself to feel inspired every day. You overcome them by deciding who you will be before the feeling shows up. Most people wait for motivation to arrive before they act. They tell themselves they'll start when they feel ready, when they feel confident, when the fear fades. But the truth is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like weather. Discipline is different. Discipline stays when emotions change. Discipline is not harsh. It's not aggressive. It's not punishment. Discipline is a quiet agreement you make with yourself. I will show up even when I don't feel like it. That agreement is where inner strength begins. Hard challenges have a way of stripping life down to what really matters. They take away the extra noise. They expose the habits we rely on and the excuses we hide behind. And in that exposure we're given a choice. We can either let the challenge define us, or we can let it refine us. Refinement is slow. It doesn't announce itself. It happens in repetition, in patience, in restraint. Think about how often pressure tries to rush you. Pressure says, hurry up, prove yourself, keep up. Purpose says something different. Purpose says, stay true, stay consistent, stay grounded. When you live from pressure, every obstacle feels like a threat. When you live from purpose, obstacles become teachers. Purpose does not remove difficulty, it gives difficulty meaning, and meaning is what allows you to endure without becoming bitter. There will be days when your body is tired, and your mind feels heavy, days when you wonder if the work you're doing is even making a difference, days when comparison creeps in and whispers that others are ahead of you, more talented, more gifted, more deserving. In those moments, the strongest thing you can do is not react. Quiet strength is the ability to remain committed without needing constant reassurance. It's the ability to train, learn, practice, and grow when no one is applauding. It's choosing excellence over attention. You don't build resilience by avoiding hardship, you build it by staying present in hardship without losing yourself. Overcoming hard challenges starts with accepting that difficulty is not a sign you're doing something wrong. Often it's a sign you're doing something meaningful. Growth demands resistance. Muscles grow because they are challenged. Character grows the same way, but here's what often gets overlooked. Resilience doesn't mean pushing endlessly without care. It means knowing how to pace yourself, knowing when to rest without quitting, knowing when to be patient instead of dramatic. The most disciplined people are not the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who have learned how to struggle without abandoning their values, and that takes leadership of the inner life. Leadership doesn't begin with others. It begins with how you talk to yourself when things don't go your way. It begins with how you respond to mistakes, losses, and slow progress. Do you punish yourself or do you correct yourself? Do you give up or do you adjust? Do you look for someone to blame or do you look for something to learn? Personal transformation is not a single breakthrough moment, it's 1,000 small decisions made consistently over time. The decision to wake up and try again, the decision to practice when improvement feels slow, the decision to stay humble in success and steady in failure. These decisions shape your identity. Motivation often gets credit for success, but discipline does the work. Motivation might get you started, discipline keeps you going. When you don't feel like working hard, that's not the moment to search for inspiration, that's the moment to return to your routine, to the simple actions you've committed to doing regardless of how you feel. Structure supports you when emotions fluctuate. A calm, repeatable rhythm creates stability. It removes the daily debate of should I or shouldn't I. You already decided, you're simply following through. That's not rigidity, that's freedom. Freedom from excuses, freedom from overthinking, freedom from waiting on the perfect mood. And slowly something shifts. Confidence grows, not because you feel unstoppable, but because you've proven to yourself that you are trustworthy. You do what you say you will do. Trust in yourself is built through consistency, not intensity. Hard challenges often test your patience more than your talent. They ask whether you can stay focused without immediate rewards, whether you can continue refining your craft even when results lag behind effort. This is where dignity matters. Dignity is not about pride, it's about self-respect. It's about how you carry yourself through struggle, whether you complain loudly or endure quietly, whether you demand recognition or stay committed to the process. Quiet dignity is powerful because it's rooted in purpose, not approval. When you stop performing for others and start living in alignment with your values, pressure loses its grip. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be present. You don't need to rush, you need to be faithful to the work in front of you. Overcoming obstacles doesn't mean you never feel discouraged. It means discouragement no longer decides your actions. There will be moments when fear tries to shrink your vision. Fear tells you to play it safe, to lower your expectations, to protect yourself from disappointment. But growth requires courage. Not loud courage, not dramatic courage, but steady courage. The courage to keep showing up. The courage to stay disciplined when outcomes are uncertain. You don't become strong by avoiding fear. You become strong by learning how to move forward with fear beside you, not in control of you. And as you do, your sense of purpose deepens. Purpose isn't always clear at the beginning. Often it's revealed through commitment, through staying long enough to understand the work, the struggle, and yourself. When pressure builds, purpose steadies you. When motivation fades, discipline anchors you. When challenges rise, resilience carries you. This is how inner transformation happens, not through sudden change, but through steady alignment. Alignment between who you say you want to be and what you do when it's hard. And here's something important to remember. You don't need to compare your journey to anyone else's. Comparison drains energy. Focus restores it. Your responsibility is not to match someone else's pace, it's to honor your own calling with integrity. Every challenge you face has something to teach you about patience, humility, perseverance, or trust. If you listen, difficulty becomes instruction instead of punishment, and slowly, quietly, you become someone stronger, not just on the outside but within, someone who can handle pressure without panic, someone who can face setbacks without losing direction, someone who understands that success is not just about achievement, but about who you become along the way. This kind of success lasts because it's built on character. So when you don't feel like working hard, pause, breathe, return to what matters. Take the next small step, not because it's exciting, but because it's meaningful. Let discipline carry you when motivation rests. Let purpose guide you when pressure rises. Let quiet strength shape you when challenges test you. You don't overcome hard challenges by waiting for them to pass. You overcome them by growing strong enough to walk through them with calm resolve. And as you do, you'll find that the work you once resisted becomes the foundation of your confidence. The challenges you once feared become proof of your resilience. And the discipline you practiced in silence becomes the strength you carry everywhere. Stay steady, stay grounded, stay responsible for your inner life, because the strongest progress is often the quietest and the most meaningful.